Hello. Sorry, I had to take a second to make sure it was, because a moment ago I accidentally hit the photo button, so now I have some pictures of me going. So that's fun. I'm all dressed up and nowhere to go. Adam and I were supposed to be going to the cinema tonight, but his problem with his oven, it didn't heat up in time, he couldn't eat, he needed to eat, and now he's just had a big Chinese and he's full. So we wasn't even like, because I said, well, if we don't go to the cinema, that's fine, why don't you just come home and chill? And he hasn't even done that, so. But hey, I'm wearing a Dobby t-shirt, so that's nice. Just on my, hashtag daily t-shirt tweet a couple of hours back, and it was like, well, yeah, okay, I'm dressed. Okay, I'm gonna lay it out on you. Like, I tend not to get dressed unless I have to, partly out of a little bit of laziness, and I admit that's probably not the best way, but also because it saves laundry. I'm not going anywhere, I'm not doing anything, why not? And I will admit that I do feel slightly more motivated when I'm actually dressed, so maybe, but then I'm just like, I like just, chilling out in my pyjamas, because I'm a grown adult and I can decide to do those things if I want to. So there you go. That's why half the time you see me in more casual clothing than an actual proper t-shirt. So now you know. Right, buried in my book. Here it is. Here's the book. What are we on now? 69? 68, 69? Yeah, anyway. Okay. Need to turn the page. Turn the page. Oh, Black Panther's broken $1 billion, which is awesome. So, yeah. Love that film. Such a good film. Huh. Okay, this is, again, one of those that's probably aimed at younger kids, because, when I say younger, I'm thinking like, I don't know what the target age for this franchise is, but I'm thinking like, 12 to 15 or maybe a bit younger, but this question is kind of like possibly aimed at a younger audience because, you don't know what the future holds, but at the same time totally okay for an adult to answer. Which friend do you hope to grow old with? What kind of adventures do you imagine having together in 50 years? I'm not sure why they're saying that you can't have adventures within those 50 years. Like, so you're, yeah. If they said within 50 years, it would make more sense. But like, so you got your best friend, BFF, you like friends for life. You've made the pledge. You go around for tea every weekend, but you cannot do anything exciting or interesting for 50 years. You have to like 5 decades of tea at the weekend before you can go and do anything interesting. That's weird. Obviously Adam, because Adam in principle, because he's my best friend that I know physically in meat space, but I would hope that I'd also still be friends with Erin, and a few other people that I've met and sort of become friends with online but haven't met in meat space. So I'd hope that they'd still be in my life one way or another. But yeah, I mean, Adam, it's always going to be Adam. When you're talking about friends or besties, it's always going to be Adam. Well, we've already had some adventures. I mean, if we're counting up the time since we met, including all that time, then we've got about 42 years before we can have a really big adventure. Because we have to wait. We go wait all those decades before we can have adventures together. That is such a weird. And I'm not kidding. That's how it's written down. Sorry, it's a long one. It's kind of around the page, but yeah, that is how it's written down. In 50 years. Well, I mean, I said that Adam, I still want to go to Canada, and I'd want to go with Adam and do that and explore. We try and do stuff. I mean, it's been a bit hard to motivate ourselves to do anything really exciting because, one, I don't have a huge amount of money at the moment. But two, the weather's not brilliant. It's not like saying we won't, it's like go to the theatre or art galleries or, do stuff that's indoors anyway. But it's still kind of like miserable walking around in the rain to get to those places. So I know we haven't sort of talked about doing any shenanigansing for a while, but it is something we like to do. I don't know, I guess it depends how you define adventures. I mean, the last sort of big thing we did together was a couple of years back. We went to Sherlock, and that was like a 3-day convention. I mean, like, yeah, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so we came home on the Sunday, so it was 3 days, 2 nights. That was a lot of time together. I think that was the most time we spent together without, I mean, outside of the fact we had separate rooms and obviously, toilet breaks. Like, we usually, unless one had a more pressing need, we tend to sort of take loo, moments when we were sat down to eat. So like, one would sit with the bags and check the menu out whilst the other would do the necessaries, and then tag Euro it and do that. Sorry, I've got some tin foil down here. I just had some chocolate, and I'm forming it into a little flat triangle because basically. So yeah, I mean, obviously, we had a day trip to St Albans some point last year because he needed to have his car serviced, and he happens to have it serviced in St Albans. And I said, "Oh, I want to come along, keep you company." So that was a thing. A little bit adventurous, but we went to St Albans, looked at the cathedral, and wandered around the town for a bit. So that was nice. So yeah, I mean, maybe bigger trips at some point in the future, like once my finances are sorted. And sorry, I'm never happy with the angle on this. I have to extend 1 foot higher than the other because otherwise it looks like it's wonky. And I realise maybe on the screen, I don't know. So I try and judge it to my picture, but then you can see there's a, I don't know. But I feel more, my shoulders feel more square in the frame. Whatever. Anyway, distracted. That could just, the picture could be the angle for the camera lens. Yeah. I mean, obviously the Disney is always on the list. The closest to us is obviously Paris. But I wouldn't mind going to Walt Disney World, and we'd definitely invite Aaron along for that one, because for those of you who don't know, Aaron's a former cast member from Walt Disney World. So he'd be able to tell us stories. Although technically Utah's close to California, so he hasn't been to Disneyland in a while. And hey, I'll be happy to do both, either or, whatever. But it'd just be nice, it'll be fun to have an insider to sort of go around with, and he can sort of share stories or what have you. So that'd be fun. That's a thing that'd be cool to do. In 50 years, become friends with someone, stick with them for 5 decades, then go on an adventure. That is weird. That is a weird way of wording it. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, Adam is the friend. The friend that I need. That doesn't even make sense. Kappa's awesome, but yeah, he's also not necessarily the friend you want, because he's a bit of a cad in his own way. Yeah, Adam, and day trips and weekends and possible big holidays if my money ever gets sorted out or my numbers come up. That'll be nice. Yeah, Adam. Adam is the person I want to be friends with for the several decades, and then obviously secondary to that, and not because I don't love him any less, just because I haven't met him in meat space. But yeah, Aaron also would love to keep in my life, and yes, I suppose himself. I guess I could keep him around for a little bit longer, and go do things with him, maybe. I don't know. No, I mean, I love all my boys. All my boys are awesome. Yeah, but yeah, Adam and whatever comes our way. But, Canada, Disney. Other adventure parks that are closer and easier to get to. But yeah, there's that answer. And my piece of paper really is falling apart. Oh, there we go. But yes, there we go. That's me on the Twitters. Do follow me. I've got lots going on there at the moment. The Tumblrs, you can follow me there if you want, but there's way less going on there. Obviously I'm here on YouTube, and there's buttons where you can say, hey, I want to follow you, and subscribe, or just a quick thumbs up and say hi and tell me about your best friends and adventures you want to go on in 50 years. Anyway, but thank you for listening. I've been Michelle, you've been paying attention. I do have a signature, I just keep changing it around. I've been Michelle, you've been listening, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.